Good day, everyone, and welcome to Home at the Hollow. Welcome to my kitchen, and thank you guys so much for joining me today. Today's recipe is for a home-style ground beef pasta casserole. You can make this up so easy. It is so quick. I did this before I knew I was going to be working like for the entire day, and oh my gosh, guys, it was so delicious. Oh, so delicious. It's one of those casseroles you can get ready if you want to cut it in half, freeze half of it, and serve half, depending, of course, on the size of the group that you're trying to feed. But this was just, I can't get over how delicious it was, and it took very little effort. I chose to cook mine in the slow cooker. You do you. But without further ado, guys, a home-style ground beef casserole. I have cooked my 3 cups of pasta al dente, and I'm going to just put this in this larger bowl because what I want to do is to add, I think you guys can see, is to add my 8 ounces of sour cream. Now you'll notice that I have several different types of pasta in here, and you guys know how, I mean, you know, come on, how frugal I am. So if I have a little bit left over here and there, I have one container that I put all of my random pasta bits in, but no one's going to really pay much attention to that when they're eating this. It's going to be really good. I've got 8 ounces of sour cream. This is one of those that I'm not going to encourage you to clear out your pantry, especially at this point in time, but I'm using just basic pantry items. I've got 3 ounces of softened cream cheese that I've cubed up, and I want to get this mixed before I put it in the slow cooker. You do not have to use a slow cooker for this particular recipe, but as some of you guys know, I'm going to be staining some wood for the ceilings today, and frankly, the last thing that I want to do is to finish, worry about lunch, and then get myself cleaned up and then start working on dinner. So I'm working on dinner before the sun is even up. And there you go. Just, give it a good mix. It kind of gives the cream cheese a little bit of time to work through this cooked pasta. I've got my other cheese on standby here. And there you go. I've already browned my ground beef, and I did add one small white onion, and as you can see, the onion is barely going translucent. Thankfully, I had very lean ground beef, and there's virtually no fat in here. If you have any oil, fat, I would recommend draining it off, and of course, it's up to you. But what I'm going to add to this totally cooked ground beef is a can of diced tomatoes. I think you guys can see, with green chilies. If you do not have that, and if you just have plain diced tomatoes, go to one of my standbys and pantry staples, and that is add a can of green chilies. This is the smaller can. I think, yeah, this is 4 ounces. They come in, I think, 7 ounces as well. I believe 7 ounces. But if you don't have this, and if all you have is diced tomatoes add a can of that, and you should be just fine. The name of the game with this particular recipe is use what you have, okay? I'm going to add, I believe this is a 14.5 ounce of petite diced tomatoes with basil, garlic, and oregano. I want to say oregano, but just add that. And again, guys, it's use what you have. If you do not have this particular, you know, with basil, garlic, and oregano, add your own. I'm going to reinforce this. I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper, about a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, which is basically just kind of reinforcing that. I'm going to add that and just stir this together. And we're just almost to the point where I'm going to put this in the slow cooker. Hi guys. I hope that you have been enjoying my recipes that I'm so thrilled to share with. I hope that you give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell for when I do upload. Typically once a week, sometimes more often, depending on the holidays or my mood. But your support means so much to me. So subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell. My apologies, guys. I totally forgot. And I'm adding, I believe this is a 6 ounce can of tomato paste to this as well. And I think we are just about to the point of assembling, if I haven't forgotten anything already. But no, this is basically the mixture. Now, if you guys are going to just put this in a 9x13 casserole dish and bake it off, I would suggest maybe giving this, since it's still in the pan, maybe giving this a little bit of a simmer, maybe 5-10 minutes on your stove top. You know, that's just to, just to kind of, introduce the ground beef to the tomatoes and maybe cooking the onions down a little bit more. But since I'm going to put it in the slow cooker, I don't feel compelled to. There you go. My slow cooker is ready to go. I am adding a wee bit of butter. Get that good and greased up. Now, if you are using it in a 9x13, definitely go ahead and grease your 9x13. And I'm going to just, as best that I can, get this in. Here we go. That looks not bad. I've got my ground beef mixture here. And I'm going to just put every bit of it on here. Now, that was 1 pound of ground beef. I just happened to, when I was shopping the other day, find some that was on sale. And I certainly, today, I didn't want to deal with making hamburgers or something like that. Now, if you were making it in a casserole dish, or if this is one of those things, if you're going to do like I usually do, I will buy those aluminum, pans, made for holidays. If you're you know, if you've just run out of pans. But, and at this point, if you want to, you can cover it, seal it very, very well with some foil, and put it right in the freezer. So when you do have one of those crazy days or weeks or months, then you have a casserole ready to pull out, put your cheese on top, and slide it right in the oven, 350, about 35 minutes or so. But I'm going to go ahead and get mine started. I'm going to put 4 ounces or 1 cup of grated cheddar. I know this looks like more than a cup, but I can assure you guys, I weighed all of my cheeses out this morning because I'm like, wow, that looks like a lot of cheese for, you know. And then I realized I shred my own cheese, so a lot of these are a lot bigger than probably what you're used to seeing in the store. 4 ounces of freshly grated cheddar. I've got 4 ounces of freshly grated Parmesan. Whoops. Just slide that like that. And I've got 4 ounces of mozzarella. And there you go. It is just that easy. I'm going to put this on low, of course. I probably will allow this to cook on low, probably 6 to 7 hours. I'm going to have to, you know, kind of take a look at it and see how it's getting along. This is just something I just threw together this morning. So a new recipe for me, and I'm hoping a new recipe for you guys, but 6 to 7 hours-ish. I'll serve it with a side salad and some garlic bread. But I'm going to come back and let you guys have a look-see and see what it looks like, and I will definitely let you know what it tastes like. I have a feeling this is going to be pretty darn good. So there you go. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I haven't taken a bite of it yet, but I think it came out really, really nicely. Got just a frozen basic breadstick, garlic stick, and kale salad. And it looks like it's going to be really good. I hope you give it a try. And I hope you join me here, home at the Hollow. Bye, guys.